This is KVUE News Midday.
Thank you for watching KVUE News Midday. I'm Anna Reyes.
And I'm Yvonne Nava. We begin this midday with breaking news, major revelations in a case that divided the community. Authorities confirming they have reopened a sexual assault case of a young boy that led to the conviction of a local high school football star.
That's right. They say the wrong man may be in prison. Tony Plahetsky broke the story today and joins us.
Well, Anna Vive and Yvonne, this new information could pave the way for Greg Kelly's conviction to be overturned and to be released from prison. Now, Williamson County District Attorney Sean Dick confirmed these developments to me this morning and says it is the result of a new investigation by the Texas Rangers. You will likely recall this case. It got national attention. Greg Kelly was in his senior year at Leander High School and staying with a friend whose mother operated an in-home daycare. Kelly went to trial after a 4-year-old boy accused him of molesting him, and a Williamson County jury convicted him. Now he is in prison, serving a 25-year prison sentence. KVUE News talked to him by phone soon after his conviction.
I wish I could reach the mountaintop and say I didn't do it. I wish people would believe me, but apparently that's not how this world works. If you knew me as a person, you knew what the things I want to do in my life, I would never have time, or even the mindset of doing something that monstrous.
Again, that was a prison interview that KVUE News did with Greg Kelly after his conviction. Just to recap our breaking news for you this morning, Williamson County District Attorney Sean Dick is telling us that he and the Texas Rangers have identified an alternate suspect, that's what they're calling him, in the case that led to the conviction of Greg Kelly. This new information initially brought to them earlier this year by Greg Kelly's defense team. Now, we are learning more about that suspect. His name has not yet been made public, but we are working to learn more, and we'll have that for you on KVUE News at 5.
Now, Tony, obviously our prayers and our thoughts go out to the victim's family.
Absolutely.
Because I'm sure reliving this again, this is obviously not easy for the victim's family. But what's the next step in the process for Greg Kelly?
So, Yvonne, this is not an instance where Greg Kelly will necessarily be released from prison right away. I want to be clear about that. What it does do is set up that potential for him to possibly have his conviction overturned in light of this new information. His defense attorneys, as you can imagine, are fighting for that right now, but that is a process, I'm told, that could go into the summer months with, of course, court hearings along the way. Yvonne?
Tony, thank you so much for that report.
You bet.
Well, we are learning more about the man accused of setting off a bomb outside a concert hall in Manchester, England, that killed 22 people and left dozens more injured.
That's right. ABC's Molly Hunter reports the terror threat in the country remains high.
The UK is furious at the US after leaked intelligence made its way into the American papers.
It is arrogant and it's disrespectful to the people of Greater Manchester, but particularly to the families and those injured during this, our darkest hour.
These photos of the bomb obtained and published online by the New York Times, the UK has said for the moment they'll stop sharing intel with their American counterparts.
I will make clear to President Trump that intelligence that is shared between our law enforcement agencies must remain secure.
The mayor of Manchester telling ABC's Terry Moran he demands an apology from the U.S. government.
I don't want a diplomatic row with my friends in the United States of America. Of course not. You know, we're long-standing allies. We work on a relationship of trust.
The investigation here is moving fast. New raids today. It's clear Salman Abedi didn't act alone. And in Libya, both Abedi's father and brother have been detained, his brother allegedly claiming they were part of ISIS. Authorities here discovering a makeshift bomb factory in Abedi's house, but with more materials for more bombs. Officials now worried the bomb maker may be on the loose. Also today, the Queen of England paying a visit to those youngest victims, chatting about Ariana Grande's music. These girls, super fans, one of them even meeting the singer on the stage. And as dozens recover in hospital, police have now said they know the names of all 22 victims. And as this city mourns, 1 minute of silence today across the country.
And here in Manchester, this memorial just keeps growing, as you can see behind me. While in Brussels today, Prime Minister Theresa May is expected to raise those intelligence leaks with President Trump. Molly Hunter, ABC News in Manchester.
All right, taking a look outside. We were just out there. It is windy, Erica. Second day of sunshine, though, this week. Will it continue to shine into the weekend? A lot of plans are contingent on this weather, right?
I know. Huge weekend coming up, Memorial Day weekend. So we're all wanting to know what the weather is going to be like. Well, the good news is at the start of the weekend, we'll have plenty of sunshine. The bad news, it's going to be warm. It's going to be humid. As for today, humidity is on the comfortable side, so it's not unbearable. We do have some breezy conditions coming out of the south, anywhere from say 10 to 20 miles an hour is what we're seeing right now in terms of your wind speeds. Dew points in the mid 50s, temperature wise 70s and 80s across the entire viewing area. Completely different from what's going on across other parts of the nation. Still heavy rain pushing across the northeast, some winter precipitation across the higher elevations of the Rockies, but all is sunny, all is warm and toasty here in central Texas. Check out your highs today. First day of about a 4-day streak that we're going to have 90s in the highs for our forecast. Forecasted high here in Austin, 93 degrees. Keep in mind, humidity will be okay today. It's tomorrow and Saturday where humidity levels will be much, much higher. That means dangerous heat index values. I'm going to break down the details in the full forecast. Ladies, back to you.
Thank you, Erica. Well, with Memorial Day now just 4 days away, this holiday can mean a lot of different things for different people. It's a 3-day weekend filled with barbecue and spending time outside. And for a group of people walking through Austin right now, it means so much more. KVUE's Jay Wallace joins us live at this rally, showing us what this group is carrying. Jay?
Yeah, well, as I've talked to people who are part of this walk, everyone talks about carrying a certain type of load, and through that, they hope to bring back the true meaning of what it means to celebrate Memorial Day. Now, as you take a look behind me, any minute now, the walkers are going to, they're coming through right now. The walkers are coming through here at the intersection of 21st and Leona. You can see them right ahead at these trucks. They are coming as a part of the walk of the Carry the Load initiative, and this initiative has been put in place to help bring back the meaning of what it means to celebrate Memorial Day and celebrate it through this walk and understanding what it means to truly celebrate Memorial Day. Now, this walk actually started 27 days ago in Seattle. Different groups carrying the load along the way, and it'll end Sunday in Dallas. You can see in this video, the mission has broadened to include not just military, but now anyone is encouraged to participate in the walk. This is part of the Carry the Load National Mission, a 20-hour, 11-minute memorial march. First started 6 years ago, raising almost $14 million up to today for our military members and their families.
Well, we found that most people in some way have a direct connection, be that their grandparents, be that their parents, be that a cousin, a neighbor, a friend. But the biggest meaning behind it is that we enjoy incredible freedom. And that freedom is really from people that have served and sacrificed going back to the founding of this great country. So for everyone, it has a special meaning because we can go out and do things without fear of violence or fear of threat of anything because people have sacrificed to keep us safe.
And you can see some of the walkers here in this video. They have started the group. They marched towards the Randall. They're going to continue the march towards the Randalls on Gaddis School Road in Round Rock later today, and then they'll pick back up the march later towards Georgetown tomorrow. And here's the clear picture for you of these marchers coming through. You can see the flags. They made it all the way to the intersection of 21st Street and Leona. So special day for these people taking part in the march in honor of Memorial Day. And we'll make sure and bring you a full story about this march and the meaning for all the people marching later on today on our internet and in our shows at 5 and 6. Live in Austin, Jay Wallace, KVUE News.
All right, Jay, thank you so much. After months of work, high school students from Georgetown are ready to show off their engineering project, a real working flying airplane. We first showed you a preview of the aircraft this morning on Daybreak, and KVUE's Christy Millward is live at the official unveiling ceremony. Now, Christy, what's going on out there? It's a big day.
Well, Yvonne, these students have been working on this project all year long. They're finally ready to unveil it today. So just now, their teacher and the superintendent at Georgetown ISD drove this airplane up. You can see all these people that came out to see their final product. Now, that is their teacher right there, Dan Wyant, and the superintendent, Fred Brent, who are speaking to the crowd. They're about to cut the ribbon to officially unveil this airplane. Now, this is a 2-seater RV-12 airplane that can go up to 130 miles per hour. About 24 students worked on the plane, 12 from Eastview High School and 12 from Georgetown. Engineering teacher Dan Wyant says this combines all of their skills, math, science, etc. And they've also been able to meet plenty of mentors out here to hone some of those skills. Now, this is all possible because the district teamed up with the nonprofit Tango Flight Project Lead the Way and the city. Wyatt tells me he actually plans to fly this plane later today, and that has inspired some of the students to actually go through flight training, working to get their pilot's license. They also tell me that several students already signed up to take the class next year, which leads me to say that they are trying to currently raise about tens of thousands of dollars, about $40,000, to have this class again next year where they can build this plane. So if you want to donate to that, you can find all that information on our website at KVUE.com. Live in Georgetown, Christy Millward, KVUE News.
All right, Christy, what a day. And you're going to want to stick around for this, a very special treat today. Tito Jackson is here to talk about his first ever solo album and everything that he has done after Jackson 5. So you're going to want to wait for that one.